All right, let's get this party started. All right, we're gonna let some folks get on. We're live here on the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour. Let some folks come on before I get started. Yes, indeedy. All right. All right. Welcome to the Champions and Legends Weekly Warrior Happy Hour, where we are putting champions and legends right out there, baby. Yes, indeed. Basically, Champions and Legends produces hemp-derived CBD-based sports supplements for athletic preparation, performance, and recovery. And the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour is really about bringing people together to talk about CBD, fitness regimens, best practices in preparation, performance, and recovery. Now, whether you're an athlete on the pro level or you are just like you and me, just trying to stay in the game, or you're dealing with on a daily basis the anxiety and stress of everyday life. The tools are available at championsandlegends.com, and you can go there and get your CBD tools to add to your toolkit for your fitness journey. Okay, so that fitness journey is different for everybody, but what we're looking to do is give you some more tools for your toolkit, because athletes all over the world are seeing great benefits using CBD instead of over-the-counter and some of the prescription options in controlling pain, muscle soreness, inflammation, anxiety management, sleep control, sleep regularity, gut health, and a lot more. And at Champions and Legends, that's what we're all about, is bringing those tools to help you manage those things naturally. Now, the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour, what we do is bring in gym owners and fitness professionals and pro and amateur athletes, and also healthcare and wellness professionals to give us their look at fitness, at best practices, and their regimens that they use, and give us tips on a day-to-day basis that we can use on a day-to-day basis, right? So what I'd like to do is start off by sharing with you some of our athlete partners who are using the products and are seeing great results, and they are representing, all right? So we started off with James Harrison and Thor Bjornsson. James is a two-time Super Bowl champion. Thor is currently world's strongest man and just broke a deadlift record just recently. So they're in the game, they're making it happen. We also have Tommy Caldwell and Adam Ondra, two of the top rock climbers in the world, and they're using the products. And then here we have Pat Vellner and Sarah Sigmundsdottir, and they also, two beasts in the CrossFit world, arguably number one and number two in the space. And the Champions and Legends products are in their toolkit. So we're excited about having them on board, and there will be far more athletes that I will be revealing to you as time progresses. So just you can count on that. So without further ado, I want to bring on our first guest. When you talk to her, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. She is the president of Infused Brands. Her name is Jigme Love. So let me see if I can get her on right now. Let's see here. There she is. Awesome. Come on. Jigme, there she is. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Well, you seem to be doing more fantastic than me, because you're on a boat right now in the marina. I love it. Coming in live.
Coming in live from the Pacific Ocean.
Exactly. Wow. And I love your energy. thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you coming and sharing what you're doing with CBD. Because I mean, this talk helps you.
You're
We got here, and what we do is, we come together here and we talk about what you're doing and share like why you got into this and how you got into this and how you're helping people right now, because your product is all over the place and people know you and it's awesome. So Jigme, I won't hold you back. Just go ahead and share with me what's going on.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, and thank you for being an advocate for CBD in the wellness and the fitness space. I think it's so important to replace pharmaceuticals with natural healing properties like CBD. So we're doing good things here, and I just want to really acknowledge that. So thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I am the president of Infused Brands, and our hero product is Infused Thirst. It's a CBD infused sparkling water, and we've just been on the market for just a little over a year, and we're in about 750 stores throughout the United States. And the idea came about, like CBD, the idea came about when I discovered CBD, which wasn't too long ago. It just kind of exploded on the scene, and I had some friends that had samples, and I began to take them. And at the time, I was crashing at my mom's place,
Okay.
and
Right.
and she took some too, and it did help me a little bit with some anxiety and some back pain, but it really, really helped her. It helped her get a good night's sleep, which helped her with her bipolar disorder, and it helped just our entire lifestyle, our entire relationship, and it was really game changing. So it really caught my attention. And then at the same time, I was in transition in my businesses. So I just saw the opportunity. I partnered with an amazing group of people from Vancouver, British Columbia, to go in on making this amazing global beverage brand that we're working on. And so far, so good. We're so privileged that we supply grocery stores, and during these times, grocery stores, of course, are still running. So we've been able to continue to deliver the healing power of CBD and the hydration of water to many people, and we've been able to grow. So I'm just super grateful for that.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So now you are in the convenience stores, or you're working your way through the convenience stores. You're able to be found in many grocers and specialty grocers. What kind of results or feedback are you getting from people that are using your product?
People love our product. Our retailers really love our product. We're getting reorders, which is great. Just being a year in business is a really good sign. Like it's one thing when they order, and it's a totally different thing when they order more. So that means customers are coming back for more. I know the retailers love the shelf appeal. It's just a really well designed brand.
I'll put a couple of pictures up too.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
But
the yoga.
There we go, yoga. In addition to that, it's 0 calories, 0 sugar, no food coloring, all natural flavors. I'm here in California, and that's really big here, and I think that's catching on all worldwide, just to more of a cleaner profile for anything that we consume. So that's why people really love it. And it's a great dose. It's a good, healthy dose of CBD, but I do want to say, just like full transparency, if someone wants CBD for a specific ailment, I would recommend pure supplements. This is more like taking vitamin C with your water type of thing. It's a lifestyle, it's a wellness, it's general well-being.
Right. And that's the thing, wellness and general well-being is the word of the day. I mean, right now with this whole COVID situation, I mean, everyone is trying to up their wellness game, in every way that they can. And, CBD has been a front runner all this time. It's really interesting to see where people are asking more questions, and they're trying to see what they can do to up their overall wellness health, So that's
absolutely. And it's so good that everyone's turning to kind of plant-based solutions. Anything that the earth creates naturally, I believe, is the best healer.
Absolutely. I mean, we've gotten so, away from it, getting all these processed foods and the things to make it go faster and get us in and out, and get us full. And I don't know. It's interesting how we've kind of lost sight of that. But we're coming back, and we're actually
coming back.
Yes.
And that's so great.
So tell me a little bit about your journey. Because I mean, I have this picture of you doing yoga. You know, there's so many different ways to be fit these days. And, you know, you have your CrossFitters and you have the Tabata and your soccer players and basketball. There's all kinds of things. But, you know, I don't want to lose sight of the mental and spiritual wellness that comes from yoga, because as well as physical. And are you practicing?
I do. In fact, if you check my stories, you would see that my friends and I did yoga this morning on the dock here. I wanted to really be right on the water doing yoga this morning. So movement is so important. And the older you get, if you don't move it, you kind of lose it. So it's so important for your joints and for mobility, just to keep everything moving, to get the blood circulating, to sweat a little bit, just to kind of really use your body. And then for me personally, I'm all about mindset and spirituality, because whatever's going on in here and up here is at the forefront of everything in life.
Right.
And it affects your worldview, and it affects what opportunities you believe that you might have, or the opportunities you can see in the world, and how you behave with others. So I think a big part of fitness is mindset, and a connection to a power greater than ourselves and to each other. Agreed.
So now you are in California, which is my hometown, by the way. Los Angeles is my
we chatted about that.
I'm a little bit jelly. I'm a little bit jelly over here. Now you are on the water. Now, I mean, I'm sure taking care of a boat is not easy.
Oh, I am a terrible boat owner. I am about 3 weeks into it. Things are broken. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to fix them. I was like, I can definitely sit and chat on this thing. I'm so new to it, but it's something I picked up during the pandemic, realizing that there's so much beauty in our own backyard. And I live in Marina del Rey, Venice, California, and there's this beautiful ocean, and sailboats aren't as expensive as you might think if you just do a little digging and get creative. So I took sailing lessons and wanted to employ and use the lessons immediately, and found a great arrangement for a boat here. So that's how this came about. And I inherited the name Peanut. It's so cute. It's so cutely named Peanut, and I love it so much. But I gave it the name. I would happily give a boat on my own, but I can't take credit for the nomenclature of Peanut.
Well, you know, it's a sweet name, and I'm sure your boat is absolutely beautiful. Now, if it gets too crazy there in LA, you can just sail away. That's cool.
I'm not. That is definitely forefront on my mind. It's a good backup plan.
Right, and all your friends, you'll have a boat full, I'm sure. Yeah, that's true. So
it's like Noah's Ark.
Yeah, no, exactly. Jigme's Ark, right?
Jiggy's Ark.
Jiggy's Ark, yeah. So what's next for Infuse?
Yeah, well, we want to keep growing. We are introducing a new combined case of product, because right now they just come in one flavor of each, and we really want to bring it to more people by enticing them to get one of each flavor. So that's our next big move. So we're already on our third production run, just growing in the United States, and we are in many discussions with other countries like Colombia, Australia, Austria, France, and the UK to export it. It's so funny because I'm Canadian, but the rules in each country as CBD develops as a thing are just really specific to that country's laws, and it's a bit prohibitive to get into Canada just yet, but it will happen.
Okay.
So that's what's next, is just growing, expanding. We do have our eyes on another product, but I'm really big on doing one thing well and then moving on to the next. So I want to make sure this particular product, Infuse Thirst, is a smashing success, is everywhere, is known to everyone, and then we'll move on to the next product offering. But it's really a lifestyle brand. So it's about infusing CBD seamlessly and elegantly into things we consume every day. So it's not just tinctures, it is sparkling water, it is spa waters, it is other items that you use on a daily basis. So just really gracefully introducing CBD as a wellness ingredient.
Right. That's awesome. That is awesome. And I have one of your displays here.
Yeah.
Displays from in the convenience store. That would be in a convenience store, right?
That is in grocery stores. That is in a CBD only store. It's in convenience stores as well, right on the counter.
Awesome. Well, you know, if you could share with our guests, just any one little tip to keep in the game or be the best versions of themselves, what would that little quote that we can take away from you?
Oh, I love this question. I would say to everyone watching that the most important thing is to put yourself first. We don't always do that in our lives. We're always at responding. But if you take time first thing in the day to carve it out just for you and your relationship to yourself, from there you can serve and be a better, partner, family member, or employee or boss. But you have to fill your own cup first and give from the overflow. And we often in society make that mistake where we overspend our energy and our reserve, and then we're no good to anyone. So it's not selfish. It is
right.
Just serve yourself first, fill your own cup first, give from the overflow.
That's huge. I mean, I don't know what else to say to that. You're awesome.
So are you.
I am. I love it. Well, I'm looking forward to trying your product myself. And hopefully, when I come out to visit the folks, I can come and take a ride on the boat.
And by then, I'll know how to use it properly.
That's awesome.
But I'll be sending you some infuse. So just shoot me your address and I'll get some off to you tomorrow.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jigme, for coming out and hanging out with us and sharing your wisdom and sharing, of course, Infused Thirst. And shoot, we will see you again soon. All right?
We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Stay safe and happy, everybody.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. Don't you just love people like Jigme, huh? Well, we're going to make a transition to a fitness guru. That's the next guest here, fitness guru, because this guy, Gideon Akande, let me share with you a little bit about him. This guy, has pretty much done it all in the fitness space and is like a continually rising star, helping people be the best version of themselves. And he made that transition, and we'll have him tell us how he made that transition. And his name is Gideon Akande. All right, let me see if I can find him here. Get Fit with Giddy. All right, there he is. There he is. What's happening, big fella?
Hey, Uchenna, what's up, brother?
Good to see you, man. Good to see
Likewise, man. It's a pleasure to be connected. I'm glad we're having a chance to talk and enjoy this Thursday afternoon together.
Yes, you know what? I am in awe because I've looked at your background. I'm with a celebrity here, man.
Oh, man.
About this, man. I am excited about this. So thank you so much for coming. I got your logo up here. And it's interesting because a lot of the guys say they're trainers, and all that. So, but you're a wellness coach on top of being a trainer. And I'm going to have you explain that. I want you to get into the details of that because
without a doubt.
Champions and Legends produces hemp-derived CBD-based sports supplements for athletic preparation, performance, and recovery. And, what you do is you help people through every stage of that. So we're going to start off with, let's talk about what you do and just where you are right now, okay?
Absolutely. So I'm a fitness and wellness coach from Chicago, Illinois, and my passion is helping people in any possible way I can. And it looks many different ways. First off, it's me doing one-on-one personal training. I also teach group fitness classes, boxing inspired through Shadowbox, a boutique boxing organization. On top of that, I film workouts for NordicTrack. So anybody who has a NordicTrack treadmill, incline bike, row machine, strength trainer, I'm one of the trainers that are featured on their platform. So you can work out with me in my curated workouts. And then I also lead fitness festivals and I serve as an influencer for a number of brands, including Michelob and RX Bar. So any way, shape, or form I can reach the masses and inspire through my fitness expertise, my background, and my passion, my love for just movement is the way I'm trying to do it.
I like that. Love for movement. I'm one of those people. I do like to be physical. I like to move around. I like to, whatever it is. Give me an obstacle course. Give me a basketball game. Give me a toss. I don't care. Make it an egg toss. I don't care. I want to be a part of it, right?
Exactly.
So, I love that. The movement is really important. And when you talk about wellness,
Uh-huh.
How do you incorporate wellness into the fitness side?
Yep, that's a great question. So, of course, you have your movement, but wellness incorporates so much more than that. We're also going to talk nutrition. We're also going to talk mindset. We're going to talk recovery. We're going to talk anything and everything that's going to make you a more well-rounded person and not only take care of your mind, not only your body, but also your spirit as well too.
There
So
you
things
go.
that are bothering you, things that are concerning to you. How's your family's life doing? How is your career going? How are your personal development skills going? I mean, those are all part of you being a person. So one thing that I pride myself in is the ability to connect with all types of different people. And that comes from my background, that comes from my upbringing, that comes from my desire and care for other people. So
Yeah.
once I kind of know who you are and I have a chance to have those conversations with you and get you to think outside of the box, not only do you get to grow and be a better person, but I also get to grow and be a better person too. Because I can hear your story. I can learn from you. I can grow and develop myself. And it also helps me answer the questions that I have. I'm also a work in progress as well too. I don't have anything figured out by any means, you know, and I'm humble in that way to want to learn and be better. So us sharing stories, us sharing our circumstances, and finding ways to overcome together allows us all to rise.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You started somewhere, and I'm going to go back a little bit of ways here.
Let's take
All
it
right,
back.
I'm
Let's take
going to
it
go back.
back.
I see right here that you were a Division I football player. Now,
Yes,
what position
sir.
did you play?
I was a running back. I played football at College of the Holy Cross in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Running back, huh?
That's right. I was running for my life all 4 years.
All right, I got a little experience. I mean, I got a little experience in that
You
myself.
have you don't have a little experience. You got a lot of experience, my
Well,
friend. You
in football, I played on the Little League flag team, and I was good. I was good. Then when I got to high school, they broke me up. They broke my bones, and then I tried out for the college team, and I had the speed, but I
yeah.
had a problem hearing footsteps. I had trouble catching the ball. You know what I'm saying? It
well,
was
you know,
one of my best friends got knocked out his first game.
oh, they're right.
Like, oh no, pain, me and pain.
Well, everything happens for a reason because with you not playing football, you had a chance to focus on track, and you did some amazing things out there on the track and field, right?
Well, it was definitely safer. I love it.
I heard that.
Also, when you move from football, I see the fists up. Golden
Yeah,
Glove.
man.
Golden
Yes,
Gloves.
sir. Yeah. So
Really?
I boxed Chicago Golden Gloves, and it's interesting. I picked up the sport of boxing very late. I was maybe 26 years old when I first started boxing, and that's ancient for a boxer. But the reason why I did that was to fill the competitive void that football left. I wanted to compete. I love contact sports, but I wanted to also be able to focus on my job and train whenever I needed to. Football, you need a whole team. You need opposition. You need referees. You just need so much in order for it to actually work. With boxing, you can train on your own. You can get on your coach's schedule. You can figure it out. And then when it's time to compete, it's time to compete.
Right.
So I fell in love with the sport of boxing and was able to compete and won two Chicago Golden Glove championships. And even though I hung up the gloves now, I still train in boxing. I still train in the sweet science, and I love it. I coach anybody who's interested in it as well.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Where you went boxing, I probably would have gone to tennis. Me personally, I'd have gone to tennis. If
uh-huh.
you hit with the ball, I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Hit me in the face, we don't have problems. You know what I mean?
So it's funny what they say about boxing. Like everybody looks good shadow boxing. Everybody looks good when they're hitting the heavy bag. But when you're in a ring and somebody's punching you in the face, you're gonna learn very quickly whether or not that's sports for you.
It's a whole nother level. It's a whole
Changes
nother level.
everything. Changes everything, my man.
So my hat is off to you, sir, for
Salute, brother.
journey through contact sport
Hmm.
because I mean that is serious. And when you were boxing, man, injuries are like, and football injuries are like, that's it, man. You are getting injured. You are out to be injured. So
Yeah.
tell me about some of that recovery process, or actually the preparation for getting hit,
Yeah,
not only in
absolutely.
football but in boxing as well.
So a lot of it comes from just your training. And if you think about it, when you watch a different sport, oftentimes we look at it and we say, man, how are they doing that? How are they taking those hits? Or how are they running that fast? Or how are they able to move in that type of capacity? And
Right.
the thing is, they do that day in, day out. So every time you see a boxer getting hit in the face, that's what they do, right? They're used to it. Their body is conditioned for that. when you see somebody running a marathon and you're wondering, you're scratching, how can somebody run a marathon or
Yeah.
run 50 miles or run 100 miles in a race? Well,
Uh-huh.
that's what they do. That's what their body is conditioned to do. And they didn't start doing it. They didn't come out of the womb running 100 miles or come out of the womb getting punched in the face, but they eventually worked them ways up in order to be able to do those things. So
Right.
same thing with any sport, especially football, especially boxing. You start off not getting punched in the face regularly, but learning the sport, learning the technique. Then you'll start to practice certain drills. Maybe you're sparring for 1 round or 2 rounds with somebody who's your same caliber. So you're not just getting punched in the face the entire time, but you're actually having a chance to learn the sport and learn how to react in those combat situations. Same thing with football. When you get tackled, well, you're getting tackled, but maybe you're getting tackled initially onto a pad. And then as you develop and as you grow, you taking a hit is just part of the game. It's just par for the course. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So being able to get to those levels of where we are watching the heavyweight champions take those slugs to the face and to the body, or we're watching those Super Bowl champions run into each other at such high speed and wonder how they're still able to stand, is because they were doing it at such a low level initially and they worked their ways up into those high impact situations.
Right. So as we transition through that, there's the recovery aspect of it.
Without a doubt.
You know, I think it was you that I was talking to you about this before, where recovery, I mean, I'll let you say it, but most of us, we have a 3-hour game, but we spend the rest of the week in the recovery phase.
Yeah.
So go ahead and share with me your thoughts on that.
Yeah. So when I look at my clients and when I look at people who take my classes, who engage with me on social media, they want to go hard, right? They want to tackle it. They want to attack it. They want to leave it all on the line. They want every workout to be them completely drenched in sweat. And the next day they don't want to be able to move because they work so hard. Well, the challenge with that is you're not giving your body the opportunity to recover. You're not giving your body the opportunity to repair itself. As you know, with
Right.
exercise, your it's muscle, right? And the muscle with each workout tears. But the intent is for it to recover and grow back stronger. But if you don't give it that chance, well, then you just tear it some more, and next thing you know, you have dislocations, you have sprains, you have strains, you have tears, things of that nature that are going to set you back and actually keep you away from those goals you're looking to accomplish. So recovery is so key. I mean, and let's think about the best athletes in the world. Whoever your favorite basketball player is or was, whoever your favorite football player, tennis player, track and field athlete, you name that sport, I
Right.
promise you recovery is part of their program. I promise you they're not going 110 miles an hour every single day. They
Right.
have massage therapists. They have acupuncturists. They have their favorite tools and devices, their favorite supplements that they use. They have all these tools, like you were talking about earlier, all these tools in their toolkit that they can use to help them be better, be stronger, recover faster so they can attack the next workout or the next competition with success.
Right. Right. And that's the whole thing. I mean, again, I come to the track and field space, and I learned to stretch probably more the first week or two of being a college athlete than
Yeah.
I ever had throughout my entire high school career.
Yeah.
And they taught us to stretch, and we were up in Oregon, so they taught us to stretch. And the first thing they said is, "Where's your warm up?" Warm ups were like 45 minutes.
Yes.
I'm like, "This is the whole workout, man."
Right. I'm
But
exhausted after this warm
warming
up.
up, yeah, for 45 minutes, and then we have almost an hour of recovery afterwards. You head down to the trainer. We need this. You guys just did, you know, 4,200s.
Mm.
Your hamstrings are broken down. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go get that done. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It is a process for that few minutes of performance
Mm-hmm.
that really it breaks. That's what
Yeah.
it's all about. All that
And
work, a few minutes of performance.
you're right. You're right. And when you take that seriously, that's when you're going to see those gains. When you take that recovery seriously, you'll be surprised at how much more you're actually able to excel and perform and outperform your past metrics and even your competition. So it's the mindset, though. There's nothing sexy about foam rolling, nothing sexy about stretching like that.
Oh,
We don't see that on the ESPN top 10, right? We don't see LeBron James stretching. That's the number one on Sports Center. No,
exactly.
but it's what's necessary in order for them to do the incredible dunks and the highlight catches and the world record sprints. Like all of that is necessary for them to achieve those levels of success.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
I actually take the phone. I mean, I have one here, and I have to do it on my, you know, my thighs and stuff but it hurts so bad, and I just never understood why. I mean, because it's a soft thing, pretty much, but you don't
Yeah.
realize what muscle. So, what is really happening when you're doing that
Yep.
with the
Yeah.
phone? What is that? What is that happening there?
Yep, that's a great question. So when you use a foam roller, that's a form of myofascial release. And myofascial release is just another term for self massage. And what you're intending to do there is to warm up the fascia. And fascia is just essentially a sleeve of tissue that surrounds your muscles. You want to warm that up to allow you to penetrate into the muscle to allow the tension to release wherever that tension may be. So the intent of the foam roller first is to find out wherever you have those knots, those tension, that form of tension or adhesions in your muscle. And
Uh-huh.
again, we talked about it like being a ball. And eventually, by putting pressure on it and a prolonged amount of pressure on it, we're allowing that muscle to relax and that muscle to get back to its normal length. And that's that tension that you're feeling, that uncomfortable sensation, is you rolling over those muscles who may be slightly inflamed or have lack of blood flow. And we want to get them back to their normal length so that the blood can flow properly, that we can bring white blood cells to help repair the muscle and hopefully get it back to its normal length so that it can function properly. Because when you have those knots, when you have those forms of tension, what happens is that it's going to start to pull differently on the joints around it. So if those thighs are super tight, it's going to start to pull on your knee in the wrong way. The hamstrings are tight, it's going to start to affect the hip. The glutes are not working properly, well, then the lower back is going to get it. So your body is completely interconnected, and that's why you want to foam roll, stretch, and do all that you can to recover properly so that you don't lead yourself down a road that'll lead you to injury.
Yeah. I mean, we had another guest on that said that they stretch and they do the foam roller while they watch TV. So they just kind of kill two birds with one stone. If they're going to be doing
Yeah.
something idle, they just sit on the floor, they stretch, or they do whatever, you know, while watching TV. So that
Yeah.
makes
It's simple
yeah.
in theory. I mean, there's a lot of things we do where we're just sitting around. Take advantage of that time and find ways to be productive too.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about it, what kind of tips do you
Yeah.
have for us? You know, everybody's at home. Everybody's trying to figure out how to be the best version of themselves from their living room, and they're trying to use their furniture as workout equipment. What kind of what
Yeah.
kind of what kind of tips do you have for us?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, there's so many things that you can do right now. Let me first and foremost say that everyone has the resources available to be successful. By the way, on my website, GideonAkonde.com, I am hosting free workouts on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central. So I don't care where you are in the world, 6 p.m. Central, you can join me for a workout. I'm in Chicago and I'm hosting these workouts in the park. However, I'm streaming them to my website for anybody who wants to get that work, who may not have money to go to a gym, but still wants to be active, be part of a community. So I completely invite you to join me. And that's the thing. Like, not only do I have workouts, there's a million workouts that are available for you. So if you're saying, I can't get to the gym is still closed, we have these mandates, there's body weight workouts, body weight exercises, tips and tricks as resources on Instagram, on YouTube, on World Wide Web, Google.com, you got something for you. But on top of that, also get into the stretching and recovery, like we talked about. And there's tons of resources available for that as well, too. And if people don't know what to do or how to do it, again, there's professionals that you can reach out to who are offering all types of promos, all types of deals, and all types of free sessions for you to give it a dip and dabble into. And then you can start to see like, oh, wow, I actually feel better. I actually can move better. My mood changes. I sleep better. I notice that, okay, like my back doesn't hurt as much or my neck starts to loosen up a little bit. There's so many things that happen to your body when you show it the love and care it deserves by way of recovery. And then I also challenge people to try something new and try something different. So if you're so used to lifting weights and you know your gym is closed, when's the last time you did cardio? Maybe it's a chance to revisit that. Maybe you go for a bike ride. Maybe you go for a run. Maybe you try a swim if you have those resources available to you. Do something different. Have you tried yoga? Have you tried Pilates? Like I told you earlier, I'm a fan of movement, right? I love movement. So oftentimes I'm doing things that are completely out of the box for what my body frame may look like. I love yoga. I love going for a run. I love sprinting. I like doing things that don't necessarily fall into the gamut of what a guy does, but I learned so much more about my body. I strengthened my mind, and I also put myself in a position of my clients, learning what it's like to try something new and maybe struggling at it. and having the patience and knowing how to coach them on what their body should feel and learning how to overcome certain obstacles and knowing that I'll get better with time. So having
Right.
that humility by trying something different will also allow you to excel in anything you want to do, whether it be fitness, career related, or your personal relationships. So those are some
Yeah.
of my tips and advice to just kind of do things different, do things out of the box, and watch yourself develop and grow as a athlete and as a human.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. In fact, I want you to repeat the website and
Yeah.
the time that you're doing your classes.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. So my website is GideonAkande.com, GideonAkande.com. And that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So that's Chicago time. So if you're on the East Coast, you got to adjust 1 hour later. If you're on the West Coast, 2 hours earlier, Mountain Time, 1 hour earlier, or wherever you are in the world, it's still accessible to you at GideonAkande.com.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, boom.
Luciana, you're
Authenticity.
all right. Okay, Luciana, say that one more time. You broke up a little bit on my end.
Okay, I want to talk about Riptensity. If I can't be there live, I can get a video. Talk about Riptensity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you for bringing that up. So, in 2015, I won a competition with Men's Health called the Next Top Trainer. And Men's Health is the largest men's fitness brand in the world. So, I was very blessed to have the opportunity, as the winner of the competition, to serve as a contributor to the brand. So, this was, of course, huge for my career. And not only did I get a chance to work with Men's Health on a regular basis, not only for their website, but in print, it also gave me the opportunity to design and start my own fitness program, which is called Riptensity. And what it is, it's body weight workouts for men and women, all under 30 minutes and for all fitness levels. The workouts are fun. I took the time to develop a community in Chicago that essentially served as my test panel. And we had the opportunity to go back and forth, figure out what worked, what didn't work, see the results that they got as a result of going through the program. And they had a blast. They forged friendships. They learned a lot about their bodies, their habits, and they really transformed themselves through this series. And Reptensity was born, and that's what the workout is. It's through the Men's Health brand. At the moment, it's completely sold out. But luckily, like I said, it's completely sold out everywhere. You can't get it at menshealth.com. You can't get it at Amazon. It's just been wildly successful. So I've been very fortunate and blessed. I have a couple copies that I'm holding on to for my keepsake, so I can't let those go.
Oh, I
However,
was gonna say, you know,
yeah, those are mine. Those are mine.
I
Those
know
are
you
mine
got
forever.
like a personal stash. Help a brother out. You know what I'm
I, you know what you're gonna have to do is a lot of my philosophy, my concepts, and the workout structure are being recycled and repackaged in new workouts that I've done through my live offering. So the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 6 p.m. Central through my website is where I'm now kind of hosting Riptensity like workouts, but I'm now taking them up another level. So Riptensity I actually did in 2016. And as a result of that time and so much that I've learned, I've added so much more to the repertoire in terms of my exercise selection, my schemes, my time frames, and I'm really challenging people in new ways, but in very fun and accessible ways. And the great thing that I really, really love about my approach, because I really try to make it for the masses, is that I have your base level, I have your intermediate, and I have your advanced level. So whether you're just starting your fitness journey or whether you're a professional athlete and you just really want to take it to the next level, I got something for you to make sure that you're challenged appropriately.
I love it. I love it. You
Yeah.
know, maybe when you do your next version, you know, I'll make a cameo appearance. You know, and
Hey,
boost it.
hey,
You know, maybe
I'm always gonna need an able-bodied athlete.
products. You know, with it, make it a package deal. Man, we got
Hey,
all
let's
this
go.
to do. Okay.
You got ideas, man. I like it. The wheels are turning.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
you know, what I noticed is you got this group of people that follow you like the Pied Piper through Chicago, right? and there's a whole mix of people I'm seeing here. I mean, you know, there's women, there's men, I mean, it's awesome. And you know,
Thank you.
how do you um, intermingle all of those people together to create the community that you've created?
Yeah, yeah. To be honest with you, first and foremost, it has to come back to whoever you are, the athlete, the professional, whoever, the motivator. You have to be yourself. And the people that you are going to attract are the people you're supposed to attract. The people who don't follow you, who don't come to you, who don't seek you out, that's okay. There's going to be somebody else for them. Not everyone's going to like you, love you, need you.
Sure.
There are going to be people that are specifically designed because of the time, because of what's going on in their lives, because of who you are and what they need. They will approach you at that time because that's supposed to happen. So once I learned that I don't need to change myself, my offering, my structure, my energy to fit what I think everybody's going to be attracted to.
Right.
Once I just got comfortable in my own skin and did my own thing, I noticed that the people came because they saw something that resonated with them, that spoke to them, and that was going to help them with whatever they were going through in life. Because we always got something that we're all going through. Even though we look at fitness as, you know what, I want to lose a couple pounds or I want to get stronger. We look at it for what it aesthetically may do for you or what it may make you feel. But there's a deep down desire that we have that comes out through our physical fitness requests and our physical
Right.
fitness goals. So, you know, and we see people who can help us feel better and can help us take that confidence that we get through fitness and translate it to what's happening in our personal lives. And if you are just yourself, you will attract the people that are supposed to come.
Well, you know, I tell you, man, I can just tell by your energy, and we've only spoken a few times. You know, you're a warm, you know, very caring and
Thank
genuine
you.
guy, and that is just infectious, man. It's
I
infectious, and
appreciate you.
you know, I appreciate you sharing yourself openly as you have today. Um, One more question before I
Yeah, of
let you
course.
go,
Yes, sir.
because I always like to ask, you know, what give me something for the folks, you know, the viewers. If you want to leave one tidbit of advice, one tidbit of uh, just help us be the best version of ourselves
Yeah,
from you, what would that be?
absolutely. So there's this one phrase that I learned in college, and it has stayed with me since, and it will stay with me for the rest of my life. And the phrase is, it's what you do when no one is watching that will determine where you will be when you can't help it. I'm gonna say
Wow.
that again. I'm gonna say that again.
Yes, please.
It's what you do when no one is watching that will determine where you will be when you can't help it. And essentially, it's saying that you got to do the work when the lights are off and when the gym is closed and when social media is off and there's nobody there to pat you on your back and smile at you and tell you you're doing the job. You still got to do the work because
Right.
there will be a point in time where your situation is no longer in your hands. But the work that you have done behind the scenes when the doors were closed, when no one was watching, will allow you to be ready for success. It will put you primed to attack any opportunity that comes your way. And I think a lot of people forget that the work that you're doing in the gym, the work that you're doing for your career, what you're trying to do to build your family, you are the one that's going to benefit from it. So don't worry about who else is seeing what clothes you're wearing, what car you're driving, how much you can lift, how many accolades, awards you have. Don't worry about who sees that because at the end of the day, they're going to go on about their lives. Remember, all that you do is for you. And if you want to continue to push forward and do more, you have to be ready to do the work, especially when nobody else sees it.
Man, you could drop the mic on that one, man. That's awesome. So, man, that's thank you so much for sharing that way,
Thank
man.
you, sir.
That,
Thank you.
that's something that I can take to the bank myself right now
Mm,
and use
mm.
that bit of advice. And I'm sure the rest of the folks that heard you say that are really, really uh, uh, enriched by that statement. So thank you very much, man. Um, you know, we see your logo one more time here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and
Appreciate you.
I tell you what, I would like to have you back again. Maybe I can go live from Chicago next time while I'm with you working out. Huh? How does that sound? That might be
That
good too.
that would be a great time. Matter of fact, we got to get you out of that that deadly heat out there in Houston.
Yeah.
Get to the Chicago, where it's a little bit more moderate.
Definitely gonna bring you back again. I mean, people are on there saying we love Giddy. You know, yeah, he's the best. And I'm just watching the messages come through because you are the best, man. And
I appreciate that, sir.
it's been truly a pleasure having you. And we will have you back again. I just got to get on your busy schedule. We just figured that out.
Hey, well, we made it happen this time. We'll make it happen once more. That's not a problem.
Excellent, excellent. Peace to you, man.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Great, great evening. All right.
Hey, you as well. Talk to you real soon, brother.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Wow. Fantastic, right? Giddy's the real deal. And Jigme Love, yep, she's doing it big too. You know, that's what this is all about. You know, I'll say it one more time. You know, Champions and Legends is a wellness product. It is a wellness product, and producing hemp-derived CBD-based sports supplements for athletic preparation, performance, and recovery. It's just part of it, man. You know, you want to have these tools in your bag to help you down that journey of fitness, wellness, you know, mental and physical, you know, exaltation, personal exaltation, right? You know, we're always trying to be the best version of ourselves. So, you know, I'm going to leave it at that, man. This has been a great, great happy hour. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Stay safe. And every day we have an opportunity to be the best version of ourselves. So put some tools in your toolkit, whether it's hard work, whether it's CBD products, supplements, put them in your toolkit and continue down that journey, you know, being the best version of yourself. All right. Cheers and have a great evening.